Ooh. Apparently that session is private. I'm not invited.
My session? Oh no. I set it to an invite session, and I invited people, and if it won't let people join through the invite to the invite session...
It says, unable to join the session you're trying to join is private, you must be invited, but I'm getting that message from the invite.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's try something else. What other session could I do?
You could do a friend session?
A closed friend session?
Yeah,
they have to be my friend though, right? Don't they?
Or crew? Invite only should work. You should be able to invite anyone. As far as I know, you don't have to be a friend to invite you to an invite only session. Unless I can invite you to mine. Let me see if I can invite you to mine.
Yeah, I'm gonna close game.
Right, invitation coming through.
Got that.
The weird thing is we are friends anyway, so I don't know why I would get that message.
Yeah, it's probably something to do, because I popped into the invite session from creator, so maybe, I'm not entirely sure. Alright, but we're in the same lobby.
Oh yes,
friend
we
lobby.
are. Awesome.
Okay, I'm gonna invite people.
Hello,
Let's see if that works.
Let me send a few invites out as well. Did you just invite the group?
Yeah.
The way? Ah, right, good.
I did.
That saves me doing that.
I'm hoping that it's not an issue that it's a friend lobby. They have to be your friend, I think, to be able to join.
Well, I can quickly add people.
Yeah.
If anyone can't get in.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
There's not really a whole lot of people showing up. I think it's just like Jevils, Vortex, and JP and them right now. Until we start advertising, which is, you know, totally fine. Because I haven't done any sort of advertising yet. But
I'm just going to go through, invite a few people. Oh, no. Because that will ruin my
audio.
Yeah. So, yeah, go back to there. Perfect. Whizzed a few out as well. So yeah, let's see if we can get a few people in and get going. I'm gonna head over to where you are.
Yeah, I'm in the car meet. I'm sending a message to the group. Need to get my Weeble out just in case somebody had.
Ooh, sorry, didn't see that.
Running over pedestrians?
I like to think of it more as they ran into my car.
Okay, where did I put my weevil? That's in the little garage. That's where I put it.
Oh, crap. Oh. So I hope he's definitely better at this bit than us. Built in the lobby.
Getting people in line? Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, he knows a lot of people. He's popular. Honestly, I don't know if anybody's gonna show up.
Yeah, it's very quiet all around today. It's quiet on the stream as well.
See if Jeff Devils is even on. Looks like they're playing Fallout. JP's on. Yeah,
start a
so
channel.
Vortex.
Good evening. Welcome to Crashy Thursday. No, we're just about to get started. It's a fairly quiet lobby, but we're just about to launch this week's playlist. We've got a new set of tracks, which involves using, for one of them, this beast over here, which I've never raced, which I don't particularly like. So that means it could be a fairly interesting race. There you go. How do you rate my chances of controlling that? Yeah, that's not gonna work. So yeah, so that's what we're on with. So in just a minute we're gonna get going. And if anyone wants to join, drop me.
Make a decision that'll last forever?
Okay. Drop me a friend request. PSN is MuppetDonkey. Just whiz that through. I'll add your request and invite you to the next race wherever we are. You don't have to start from the beginning. If you want to jump in halfway through, we can invite you only at the beginning of a race, obviously. So yeah, that's what we're in. Give me 2 minutes. We should be able to launch in just a second.
Chinese stinky whale.
I'm more like Rage Against the Machine, you know, down with the sickness kind of thing.
Oh, that was a good point
Blue Diet.
to rejoin the chat.
I think that works. It's just everyone's going to be like, what is the real track that's being raced this week? You kind of like got to let people know what those real world tracks that are being raced, and then kind of go from there, I guess.
Yeah.
It sounds good, but it might be a little confusing to some people trying to keep track.
Yeah, I found a couple websites that like keep track of motorsports events. One is like televised events, and the other is racingcircuitsinfo.com, which I'm sure you're familiar with. But they have like a event list, but it doesn't seem to be full. So I think between the two lists, I can fairly easily come up with what real life events are happening. They also list syndicated events too, so that's kind of neat.
But I mean, that's only good during like race season. For, like, open wheel. I don't know. Is it always race season?
I guess. I mean,
because there's so many smaller tracks out there,
and so many different series, and so many people that just want to go fast. All right. Anyway, I think it's 2:51. Should we launch the list?
I think so. Yeah. Let's crack on and see if we can grab a few more people as we're going through.
Yeah. Let me drop to a public real quick. What's that, Vortex?
I have a friend in New York, and he just likes watching dirt races. Like in the summertime, up in New York, he goes to like all the different tracks around him and watches the dirt tracks. That's kind of hard.
Like midget races and.
Yeah, whatever. He's like, I don't like the race. I don't like races on concrete or street. You know, he's like, I just like a racing on dirt. I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird.
I think I can watch anything be raced. If it's got an engine, I can watch it.
Yeah.
And then I've got an app that helps you gamble on that right now. There's about 8 of them. You gamble on just about everything. That's the problem.
I'm lucky that's one vice that never got me.
Yeah.
Well,
same here.
Never really gambled. I bet I've put about 3 or 4 bets on it my whole life. And I won a TV with one of them, which was quite good. I say I won a TV. I won enough to buy a TV.
Oh, TV.
Yeah, won enough to buy one. That was on a fight, as it happens. I really fancied Bisping against Rockhold years ago, and the odds were ridiculous. So yeah, when he knocked him out, I got a new TV.
And you're not addicted to gambling, so you didn't just gamble that winnings back away.
Exactly.
Okay, playlist is up. Let me see the invites.
Is Hippie coming?
He is somewhere.
He said he would try. He definitely can't stream and he definitely can't do the whole thing. But he's going to try and get on a little bit later. This is where it tells me I have to be invited to the session that I've just been invited to.
I hope not.
Oh no, I'm in.
Good, good, good.
Excellent. So what's this?
I guess I should pay
rain.
attention.
Ah, I've not seen this one. Is this a new one?
No, no, I made it, gosh, about a year ago now. Time of day. What time? Was it morning time when we launched?
Oh, what? You mean in the game or in real life?
Yeah, it looks like it's morning time out there. We'll
We
do
can't-
current. It's fine.
Yeah. I always hated Bahrain in F1. It was for years. It was so boring. But then the last couple of Bahrains have actually been quite good.
Yeah, I was disappointed that they raced at night, but I guess I understand why. Oh?
Yeah, but they still probably needed to
cool.
like suspend 1,000 pounds of ice above the track to keep it cool.
Yes, that sounds about right. So I've got a new chap joining you, someone I've met in the week. What I've started doing is going in and joining a lot of public races. And if I ever come across someone that actually races well and cleanly, then I've kind of been inviting them to the group.
Oh, cool. Well, fantastic. I'm gonna bet that we're not gonna get any more, and I'm going to launch. Here we go.
Cool.
Now, Vortex, I didn't get a chance to test your Button Willow non-GTD. Is everything unlocked on that track?
Yeah, it's just all open.
Cool. Cool.
I wish I had longer to choose a car, you know.
No.
Oh, do you know what? I'm gonna do the Wagner because that's on offer this week, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah,
I
it's on
really
sale.
like the Wagner.
Oh, it's lovely, lovely, lovely.
Until they nerfed it.
Did they?
Yeah, didn't that used to be like the number before the? It used to be like the number one racing car.
That's what I thought. And I thought they just made better cars. Did they actually nerf it?
Yeah, I didn't know they nerfed it. Like I'm with you. I thought they just made a few little faster. The Krieger and the Emirates kind of.
I don't know. I heard that they had nerfed it a few years back.
Doing my best not to hit anybody. Oh, we're taking the endurance loop. I'm sorry.
It's alright. I've had my first crash. Do you know what? I'm really, really trying not to crash into everyone. Oh god, now I'm going off the track. So that's 2 rules broken in as many corners.
And I don't think I turned catch up off. Yeah. Do you know how the catch up mechanics work, Vortex? Like the advanced and...
No, I don't know any of the metrics.
Yeah, neither do I. I don't know what they do.
I don't know if Rockstar really kind of puts that information out there.
I would imagine the PC players will know, which you can find out pretty much anything. Might be worth a test though.
Yeah.
See what it actually does.
Just get a bunch of people together and go on a really long straight track.
Yeah, get a couple of us. Let one of us go a lap down, and then try and do a similar lap. In fact, that might even be a good one for my for my what I can loosely call a track in this company, the Schlongway. Just because you can do it all at full throttle, so it's really consistent.
I was just looking at how you got like the varying track width, or how two track directions kind of split out from one.
Yeah, I didn't do that super well.
It's not easy to do because the curbs get in the way. I see
It's
the runways, but the runways are so big, they get in
and
the way
plus-
of other turns.
The geometry of that turn in general, like it goes out super wide and then comes back in real narrow, but I don't have the run out from the turn to where it comes back into the track to actually get the super sharp angle that like blends into that point there.
Yeah, it's hard to
Which
replicate
is-
that.
Yeah. Because like you said, the varying track widths is just kind of, we're limited by
Try to bring
one.
the inside curves kind of get in the way.
Yeah.
They start poking through and we kind of have to figure out how to work it together. I'm trying to do that with the Ferrari test track and like the old route, the original route.
Oops.
And at the same time, I'm trying to rebuild one of my oldest tracks. It's like a Project Slalom. It's like an atomic tires like track dedicated to Tommy Atomic the Fourth and a legendary racing career, who I made up.
Atomic the Fourth.
Yeah, Tommy Atomic the Fourth.
Is he Greek?
No, there's three others. His father, his grandfather, his great-grandfather. His great-grandfather was an old, rich rubber baron. That's how he got into the tire business. The first one to offer rubber tires on a buggy that it would. Revolutionized how well they rode. Maybe get Kim Burns to do the voiceover.
Ken Burns.
He's a legend. There's an episode of Community that they did a parody of like the Kim Burns documentary.
Which season?
Oh, I think it's like season 3. The season that Dan Harmon got fired, they call that the year of the gas leak. Because the quality went down.
I remember that. I didn't realize Harmon got fired at that point, and I was wondering. I think this is when I stopped watching the show.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did. That's why they brought him back.
Ooh.
But the guy who did the voice for Rick and Morty that they got rid of, that helped start it with Dan Harmon, Rick and Morty, he even did a voice on Community as well in the later seasons. Not surprising. So I guess that's where they met, maybe. Yeah, Bahrain's not too bad. It's when they do that outer circuit.
The outer loop?
Yeah, it's kind of, like their version of a oval, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I hear. I have that layout saved. I depublished it because nobody played it and it's lame and boring.
And you couldn't get enough lights.
Well, I mean, I can't get enough enough lights on this one.
I know, this is the problem. Like, I'm at the military base, and I see, like, that grouping of, like, 3 or 4 lights on top. Like, can we get this with a stick attached? A pole?
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, and it's frustrating because you can't use Rockstar editor footage at the military base.
Oh, it blocks out that area.
Yeah.
That's some real pain, that.
On top of the props not sitting right in the playback view. You know, where the curtain grids pop up. They're raised up so your car looks like it's driving halfway through the track on some straights.
Yeah.
And they still haven't
Yeah,
fixed that. Like, that's...
It's the stunt start grids with pit lane.
Yeah.
Those pop
Or
up.
some kind of bug or something.
They just display higher in the editor than they do in game. So like anytime you use those for walls, this fella, where's he going?
Well, that's the problem with bugs like that, is like, they get classified A, B, C. A's and B's are the most important because it could potentially crash the game or ruin the experience. Something that is just kind of a nuisance and annoyance doesn't really get paid attention to much, like that prop popping, not sitting right.
Yeah.
Just show that was my fault. I'm not looking where I'm going.
Our new friend went off on the interconnect between the inner loop and the...
I think he might have done a me, which is get spun around and then can't quite remember which way you were going. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. That Wagner's quick.
I just think it's pretty.
Turismo, Maggio. The great thing about the Garattis is I can change the color to whatever I want, and Garatti won't prevent me from purchasing another Garatti.
Yeah, it's a bit messed up, that, isn't it? You have to buy like 5 or 6 of the really rubbish ones before they'll let you buy one of the rare Ferraris.
I think they look at it as a privilege. It's a privilege to own a Ferrari, not your right because you have cash. Oh, sorry.
There was the
buddy.
thing, I remember as well, I mean, you guys have probably seen, I don't know whether you like it or not, but you've probably seen the whole Gas Monkey garage thing.
Yeah.
So they did the F40, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
And apparently Ferrari found out and tried to stop any shipments of parts for the F40 to make sure they couldn't do it because they didn't like what we were doing.
Yeah, and it's not like they only painted it black. It wasn't like he did anything,
Yeah, exactly.
you know.
They did, I think they did it black and they tweaked the headlights a bit and different wheels. I think that was about it. They did a nice job.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like Rolls Royce is bad. They get upset if you do things.
I wish they had a third open wheel update with the current generation of cars, and maybe have like a Garatti and a Red Bull type open wheel vehicle, and Garatti, because like I think there's Mercedes and a couple others, but there's not. They don't have the other constructors in the open wheel.
I think the BR8 is supposed to be mostly based on the Red Bull. Oh my god, did I really just sneak that at the line?
Like the first
That's
Red Bull
brutal.
car?
I think so the ones from the open wheels, they're from blah, blah, blah. They're from that year where they had the really horrible thin but tall rear wings. When would that be? That would be...
Oh.
God, when was that?
I don't know that history that well. I'm not one of those people that sees a headlight and knows like what year of Bronco that is. That's a 69, not a 71. So don't get it wrong, jeez.
I used to know headlights back in the day. Certainly Crown Vic headlights, difference between a Crown Vic or a Grand Marquis or a town car. I'll tell you if it was a Crown Vic.
Yeah.
Is that because if it's a Crown Vic, it's probably a cop car, so you slow down?
Yeah.
And you live somewhere long enough, you know the places that the cops usually sit at and hide, so you can slow down before them. I saw a cop 2 days ago, or so was it maybe Sunday? A couple days ago, right in front of me ran a red light. I was in this turn lane. It started to go yellow or red before he was halfway through the intersection, and no lights on. No, there's nothing to get to. He's just running the red light because he didn't want to wait.
I tell you,
Should have made a citizen's arrest.
I had a friend who had two funny run-ins with police cars. One of them was similar. Cop ran a red light without the lights on, wasn't on a call, and crashed into him. And the other one, it was so typical of him. When he first got points on his license, he got 3 points for overtaking an unmarked cop car.
God.
on a back road. I just thought, that is just so you. That's exactly the sort of thing you'd do.
Two kinds of cops. Cops that become a cop because they like power, and cops who just want to, provide order.
Oh, I don't know this one. Oh, come on, pick something interesting. Oh, do you know, actually, I think I'm going to go with that. I don't think I've ever raced this.
A regular Banshee?
No, I considered that. I've gone different. Oh, and I need to remember to click confirm as well. I'll keep doing that.
Oh, there you go. I really like the Corsita.
It's nice. I can't remember if I saw
They
it.
need a random button for your car, randomly select one of your custom
Oh,
cars.
I love that. Absolutely
Press
love
that
that.
That would be
R3.
great.
Yeah, just for in free mode, just give me
Yeah.
a car. Or even if
Oh,
you
no,
could set
no,
favourites.
Got that Corvette D1.
Yeah, I need to get
Ooh,
behind
this is-
people.
This is Jetta.
This is Road Atlanta.
Lord.
And JP, oh my goodness, I'm out of here.
I picked the fast car, but it doesn't have. It loses it on the back end sometimes.
Oh, there's a short on it. Oh, I've missed it.
It's the downhill kind of turn. Any kind of turn going from coming in at a downhill slope is hard for racers. Because people don't want to slow down in GTA.
Oh, this is a handful on the track. It's quick. But it's a handful.
It's very angry, that car.
Yeah, it's one of the ones where you can mess it up with the suspension. If you put it on the lowest setting, then in free mode it's almost unusable.
Yeah.
Which one?
The Corsita. Good track though.
I think this one's Bruffy verified, isn't it?
By the accountant.
Missed another checkpoint.
That's what I call Brovey. I call him the accountant.
Well, I don't know.
He's not. I don't know what he does for a living.
He might be an accountant.
He's definitely not in sales. We're like vampires. We recognize other vampires. Anyone who's ever
Sales
done
vampires?
sales. Yeah, salespeople, they're like vampires, you know? They always recognize their kind.
Is that you then? Are you sales?
Yeah, I've done sales in the past.
Are you saying I shouldn't have invited you into my house?
Well, I've got my soul back, so.
Oh, okay.
Dare I ask?
I turned in my capitalism card. It's like
What
a
did you
badge.
sell? Computers? Well,
Software.
computers to software?
Yeah, all kinds. Like networking software for NOCs, network operating centers, and security software, marketing and sales software, HR-related software for like development, employee development, performance reviews, stuff like that. As well as like when you go onto the website for a company and put your resume in, job tracking and
Intake and all that.
provision.
Yeah.
I feel bad now. You're making me think that software salespeople are human too.
I've also sold software for like board of directors portals, like a website just for the board of directors where they could communicate and do a lot of their functionality, together online instead of just in the boardroom. Document management, signature verification, stuff like that, scheduling.
It's cool.
Well,
Yeah, I figured you were
CEO. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying, I figured you were in tech somehow. And like, in my head, you were in the .com boom and like you got out just in time and you've just been living happy, retired early 30 years ago and just living with your cats.
I worked for two companies that both went public within the same year, and then a year later both got bought by two of the top 5 software companies in the world, and I didn't have any stock vested.
Damn.
It should be illegal. They should start vesting your stock right away. There should be no cliff.
Yeah, no, I'm so with you on that. But a lot of things should happen.
My CEO, Lars Dahlgaard, he's like kind of like Drago, like Dolph Lundgren, like totally intense, like dude slept like 4 hours a night, read like 8 books a week, came into work, like, oh my god, I don't know, maybe this guy was crazy. Like, nobody has that kind of energy with that little.
They do if they're getting that kind of money.
I guess. He's still
Kind of money buys you a whole lot of cocaine.
Oh,
dang it, we just talked about the white stuff earlier. I
He went to
failed.
Stanford. I mean, I was like employee number 22. Like, I literally got interviewed by the CEO when I
That's
first,
cool,
went to the interview. Oh, you're doing the same
Sorry.
thing.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. There's regrets there, but there's also, part of something on the ground floor. And I definitely contributed because.
Yeah, who else was going to do it?
Well, it was frustrating when your work justifies them hiring 8 more people, and then politically you don't mesh with the guy they hired to manage all those people, and then you get laid off in a layoff of 1.
Hey, at least you got laid off.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, if they fired me, they still had to pay me.
Fair. This corner's just collecting people this lap.
All of these.
That's like everybody's dream, in the Bay Area, is to like get a job at one of those companies that goes public, like an Apple or a Oracle or something like that. I did it twice and I messed both of them up.
Well,
Yeah. It is what it is. I wouldn't be here now,
exactly.
if any of that didn't happen.
right. The old free will versus determinism debate. It's useful for whenever you want to justify anything one way or the other.
Oh. That's a good track, I like that one.
Yeah. Oh gosh, are we already on the last lap?
Yeah. I watched a pretty cool videos this guy made in Grand Theft Auto called Overheat 2. I don't know if any of you guys ever seen it. Like one of those fan-made movies with the GTA engine. Oh my god. It was really good except for the voice acting. Like you could tell he got AI. Like, I don't think this is a good idea. I just got out of prison. You know, that guy's talking like a robot. But it was really well done, like the cinematics and everything with the game.
That's cool.
Do you
You
know,
can't have it all.
It rings a bell. I wonder if I have seen that.
What's it
I'll have
called?
to share the link. Overheat 2. I'll look in my history and I'll share the link. It's like a half an hour long. It was like part 1, so it was from like a month ago or 4 months ago. The guy's done a bunch of other videos.
Oh, it's only a few months ago. No, I remember seeing something about a year or so ago. The effort for that as well, because the Rockstar editor's bloody awful. It's absolutely awful to use. So limited, especially when you're driving.
The way he moved the camera within, like that was obviously not that was like his third party on a PC or laptop.
You could do some cool stuff if you're on foot, but it, I think, because what it does is it kind of tracks you, and it can't keep up with cars. So if you try and do a full lap, most of these circuits are too long for it to stitch it together. So you end up with huge gaps. It's a real pain. But you can do some cool stuff.
Is it 30 seconds? Like when you
Yeah,
record from the controller? Like who thought that was a good idea? Someone who's never made a video before? Or like somebody who owned TikTok?
Oh, is this the one? Sorry, is this the one where we're using the Weevil?
It is.
Oh yeah, I can see you've locked it to that. Cool. Awesome. I got this out for a practice because I haven't driven this for years. I remember it being awful, and it's as awful as I remember it.
It's awful. This is a really good track for it. You know, it's not too difficult. Very swoopy. Feels like what I imagine a 1950s, 60s F1 car would feel like.
I didn't pay any attention to what track this is actually. What's this one?
Do you guys know this
Fuji
vehicle?
in 1969. I do. Do you not?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm GTA poor and cheap. They're definitely not targeting me for shark card sales.
Because you won't buy them?
I'm not the target audience for sure. My whole attitude is against them. I don't need that.
I just think it's so easy to earn money. I can't imagine why you'd need them these days.
Yeah.
Because they can generate real money. Uh-oh. No, you don't need them. I hate doing like heist and stuff, like just the repetitiveness of gaming. You know, after a lifetime, it's taken the toll.
Oh. Too fast.
You know, that's why we go online to play with real people. Not only for the competition, but like, you know, the variety.
It's definitely better with people, but I've got to admit, most of the GTA I've done has been solo. I've met a few. Oh crap!
Sorry.
No, that was me.
This thing kind of, at the end of the turns, it kind of becomes like the rat truck and stops turning and just goes in the direction straight.
No, that was my bad. I think I came down a little too fast.
I'll take that one. It's about the only crash I can say wasn't my fault, even though it's debatable. Turn, you vicious bastard.
I get a little OCD when making stuff. It's like I'm trying to cover up the backside of stuff that no one's ever gonna see, even though I don't need to sometimes.
It's an affliction. It's like we're doing a load of work on the house, and I keep putting loads of effort into making sure things are neat that don't need to be neat.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I make fun of my dad for his home repairs for that all the time. He's like, "What does it matter? I'm gonna die in this house. What do I care?" You got a point,
Wow,
Dad.
your dad's been living in the same house your whole life?
No, but I don't think he plans on moving.
Oh, I missed a
That's
checkpoint again.
crazy. My dad is finally moving back to Oregon. They moved to Ashland pretty soon. They're looking for a house. They're down in San Luis Obispo, and they used to live in Santa Rosa. And before that, I grew up in the Bay Area, like Cupertino.
These are all California places.
Yeah, you know where Apple's headquartered? That was like my backyard.
That's cool. That's like by San Francisco, you're saying?
It's in the South Bay.
To me, there's LA, there's a 400-mile stretch of pig farms, there's San Francisco, and then there's Redwoods. And that's my mental map of California. Oh.
I've never been to that side of the states. We've only ever done the touristy bit. So Florida,
On the East Coast.
Yeah, Florida, Daytona, Clearwater.
Well, Northern California is a lot different than Southern California. Maybe not to like the outsider, but to us living here, like California has wanted to split up into 2 states for like over 100 years. And then there's the 3rd state, the state of Jefferson, which is like Northern California. They want to be their own state as well. A lot of history there.
Where is everybody?
Although I can't say I've swum in a sea that doesn't exist anymore, though.
In a sea that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, because
The Salton Sea?
I swam in a sea called the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh.
Oh, that corner is so difficult. You know,
Why don't they just hyphenate it? The Gulf of Mexico dash America. Because Trump would be like, it needs to be America dash Mexico. There's metal.
That weird corner, that soft right-hander is so difficult.
Yeah, in this car.
Not entirely sure what happened there.
If it gives me a chance to catch
Jitter.
up, I don't mind.
Internet traffic.
No, it was weird, like metal joined and it immediately kicked me. Oh god, I keep missing that checkpoint. Somebody should tell the creator to make this better.
Although I've just noticed I've never noticed it before. I missed one and did a whole lap.
Did you? That's what happened to you.
Yeah, I missed one and did a whole lap. And the further away I got, the car started to look ghosted. So it starts to look transparent. So I guess it does
The wrong way.
tell you if you've missed one. But I've never noticed that before. Oh my god, come on, I've done it again. Oh. Come on, all I want to do is set off.
I don't even play this game for like death matches or shooters at all, because there's no precision in the shooting mechanics of this game. It just all feels mushy and kind of unresponsive at times.
I would say definitely try free aim.
Yeah, but that should be an option that the host can set before a job, not like. That's what I don't like about it, like how they've designed it into the basic settings.
Because I did a video on free aim, because I'd always done auto and I tried it and I thought it actually makes it much more fun, because you've got to admit it's not a difficult game.
No.
Every new bit of content they release, you can pretty much do it first time. But free aim does make it a significant, well, a slightly better challenge at least. But it's frustrating because of the way they mix lobbies. There are two modes. There's like there's a free aim with a partial assist. So if you're, PvPing and the other's got the partial assist on, you've got no chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a rhythm game with the cover mechanics and the auto aim. Like people, is a method to getting those headshots. It's just like flick up the analog stick a little bit, right as you're shooting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do a lot of run and gun playlists, and it's definitely a skill.
But yeah, like the option for like free aim, it should be determined before the, in the lobby, as well as like your general settings. There should be those two options there. Because it only tells you if it's free aim before you join into the game. Aiming is different. Do you want to join? That kind of information is important for people to know, like, at all times, not just right before they join the actual game or the playlist. I don't know. Like, they have people, that work on how, I can't think of the name of the tech person, but the person that designs how everything is supposed to logically work, like all the user interfaces, the flow and everything. I'm not sure if the person at Rockstar knows what they're doing.
I think half of the problem for them, I honestly don't think they really expected it to be as big as it is, and they didn't think it'd last. They didn't think it'd last 12 years. No game lasts 12 years. They've got most sort of AAAs have about a year where they're at the top, and I know we've got all the remaster stuff going on with PS5, but
that's now. Like that wasn't the case in like 2013 or 12.
It's still quite impressive though that even back then they thought about putting all these creator tools in.
Well, the shark cards, that wasn't even something they thought about until like a month or two before, or less than 6 months before launch. I was just watching a video about that. I mean, love them or hate them. Financially, Shark Cards has kept the game going as long as it has, and Rockstar's desire not to, to keep it going and keep development on. Who knows? Maybe GTA 6. Maybe they kept GTA 5 online going because GTA 6. Maybe they had a problem halfway through and they had to start over. Because the development cycles for them is
that
so long.
is a theory I've heard a couple of times actually. That the version we're getting, the GTA 6 that we're getting, is actually the second one they've made. Well, not that they got all the way through, but yeah, from what I've seen, there is some.
Either they changed locations, or stylistically something important, or there was a critical error embedded deep within the code that they couldn't get out because it was so far spread across the code.
The one theory I've read, and I know there are so many theories about these things with Rockstar, but the one that I've read that I think feels like it could have some truth behind it. Kind of is what some of those errors are what gave us Kaio, because there was some talk that the original one was set in the 70s, and if you look at the Kaio DLC, all of the cars were from the 70s, and that was the problem. They realised there was no longevity, because what had kept it going is being able to buy new stuff and bring modern stuff in, and they wouldn't have had
from
that
all
option.
eras.
Yeah, if everything was set in the
Interesting.
70s. I've no idea if it's true, but it kind of feels.
And they'll
like
never admit it. They never admit to that stuff. They're so secretive. Interesting, though.
Oh god.
This is a little easier on open wheel.
Yeah, Jeddah.
Yeah. Did we do open wheel? No, we did sports last
We
week.
did
didn't
sports, I think. Yeah. And this turn coming up here, I kept eating it every single time, and I felt like I wasn't giving the track the focus that it deserves. So I wanted to run it in what it's supposed to be running.
Yeah.
Sometimes what?
Oh, if you just let off the gas with the open wheels, you can turn. You don't even have to brake.
Yeah.
I really love that third generation of open wheel DLC, where they opened up a competitive race class, where they've got the NASCAR as well in competitive with like tire wear that's been revamped and redone. Because they're missing out. They're missing out selling cars and shark cards by not having more racing DLC. And they don't realize it.
I wonder if they're
Or-
a little bit more scared of F1 than they are of the manufacturers, because they're quite litigious.
Yeah.
With their suing them.
So I don't know if you've ever seen the price of footage. We do video content for my work, and we were doing some stuff around sports venues, and we looked at buying some footage, from Premier League and from F1, and the cost was just astonishing, absolutely astonishing to get, like just 30 seconds of random footage, for B-roll. It was absolutely
That's-
scandalous.
What for 30 seconds of footage? I mean,
For like the right to air that footage,
Yeah, for the rights to use.
the licensing.
Yeah,
Oh,
right to use it in a commercial product. It was not even for anything interesting. It was tens and tens of thousands of pounds.
that's insane.
Well, they hold
not
that
just-
brand.
Not
They're
just a few
very.
tens.
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on.
They understand the value of their brand, and they're like the NFL. They're very strict with their brand, the usage, the partners.
I mean, the thing is though, like, I don't know. I like F1, I get it. I like engineering. I understand it. I think it's neat. But, like, is the racing really that much better than, like Formula 3 or even Indy? Like,
There's a big hole there.
Arguably not. I'm not a fan of single make formulas. When everyone's
Yeah.
an identical kit, because that you don't. The theory is you should get good competition and the best driver should win, but it ends up being a bit stale. I think you need that bit of competitive advantage from the cars.
yeah. Strategies. A holistic approach to motorsports rather than a dog and pony
like
show.
managing your tire wear and when you pit relative to the finish of the race.
Yeah, I do miss refueling. That added another dimension, but I don't think they'll ever bring that back.
Well, in GTA 6, don't the vehicles have to take gas? Aren't they incorporating a fuel mechanic? So
I heard that as well. That could be interesting. It depends how they do it. 'Cause if you've ever played Days Gone, when you've got a good way through and got some upgrades on, it's kind of okay. But when you first start the game, you spend as much time looking for petrol as you do actually trying to complete the objectives of the game.
Yeah, it's how that game mechanic is executed is crucial.
I'm really interested to see what they do. Because they don't often get it wrong.
Don't forget to use your boost.
Oh, sorry. Oh, forgot about that. Don't use it in corners though. Why did I decide that was a good place to use it?
It'd be nice if they could use NPCs as like a pit crew. They already have the models. I mean, they're halfway there with everything. They just need to finish the animations for a pit crew.
Well, I mean, in 5, probably not, but
No, probably 6.
So that's the other question. Do you think they're coming out at the same time and that they are the same game? So I know
the next version of online.
So I know 5 was, and I know Red Dead was. If you bought the full version, you got both, but it makes you wonder.
I'm gonna bet, because like, what are the chances that they haven't come up with ways to monetize single player? Now,
yeah, for that, I think it's more effort to produce good DLC content for single player than it is for online. And people are more interested in online, aren't they? So unless they're bringing co-op into single player, which could be cool, you know, where there are some missions where if there are a couple of you can do it as a team.
yeah.
But I honestly think they're going to put all their effort into, well, like I said the other week,
The online version, yeah.
and becoming Roblox for adults, Fortnite for adults, with a creator community that get their stuff monetized.
Yeah.
And that keeps it alive. Because you look how old they are. Fortnite and Roblox are nearly as old as this, I'm guessing. Well, I mean, Fortnite and those, but they're both really old games, and they don't feel stale like this does.
Right, exactly. Oh, poop. It's just about to overtake you and smash right into the wall.
You lose the front wing and that front downforce. You can't turn as hard.
Why do they make you choose a helmet for your character if they're not going to wear it in the open wheelers?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
They've just got to come out where they started early or he's running late. I think it's actually that we started at the time that we're supposed to start. Instead of
What time is the normal start? Like
10:30. We like to try and start for 10:30, but what usually happens is we go online at 10:30 and then spend about half an hour frantically jabbing buttons, hoping that things are going to work, and then we start about 11.
We're getting tighter, you know.
What time is that, West?
10:30?
Oh, sorry, yeah, 10:30 over here.
2:30 our time.
2:30.
Yeah.
Trying to make a mental note of that.
Actually, that's the point. That's probably not ideal for you guys in the US, is it? That's everyone's
Well,
still at
I
work
mean-
and
It's
school.
harder for you guys.
Yeah, there's no good time for everybody to like get together. It's just, you know, I don't know. I'm fine with it for now. Till I get a fancy job in the oil fields or something.
You gonna drink people's milkshake?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. I love listening to like Quentin Tarantino like critique other directors' movies.
Hey, what do you recommend here? I was gonna do sports classics, but
What's this button? Oh, I don't
Well,
know.
we just did open wheel. Let's do sports classics. That works.
E.
and it's what a minute and a half lap time or a minute 15?
Yeah, like 115, 114, and a super.
Okay. In a super? Let's do lucky 7. Alright, time of day. Should be good, right?
Yeah.
Current. Let's see what's happening. HSW off, right? I think
Yes.
that's probably a good
Otherwise,
idea.
it will be the Turismo will just
Yeah.
run away. It's my favourite class, this one. Let's have a look. I can pick something. Cool, I'm not going to
Yeah.
pick the Frankenstein.
Yeah, I'm rebuilding an old track of mine, the Atomic one, and I wanted to build like a nice banked, 180-degree turn that's like wider than standard, track width.
Do you know, I think... Oh, I'm in the wrong outfit for this. I should have a suit on and some glasses for this car. And a bit of...
I don't know what I ended up in.
bit
Oh,
of
Jaguar.
Oh my God! I should have turned rain off in the desert. Or it'd be nice if there was percentages of which the weather randomly spawned due to like, different regions.
Yeah, no self-respecting Muro owner would take it out in the rain either.
I mean, it probably rains there like twice
Oh
a year.
God. That's not gone well. Oh my God, I can't even see the track.
I know.
Turn 3 is off camber. Just a little bit.
I wouldn't know, I haven't taken a single turn on the track yet.
Oh no, I missed that checkpoint.
Did you break up with it? I miss her. She was a good checkpoint.
No, we
How do
never
I
hooked
miss
up
it?
in the first place.
I know. Have I missed a check? I have missed a checkpoint, haven't I? You absolute
How about
dipstick.
a color wheel? Like a color wheel for a prop? Like a custom color for a prop? That'd be nice.
That would be nice.
Share
Oh,
factory.
Lord.
You can do like the saturation, the hue, and stuff like that. Would be nice. More features, more features for the user to create more unique things.
See, I'm trying not to think about it. Like, I don't want to get my hopes up at all.
Yeah.
At all. Like, because I really, really, really like the creator. And if they ruin it, I'm going to be very disappointed. And I'll be even more disappointed if I've, like, built it up in my head how it's going to be this awesome thing. Because I know Rockstar. I do. And
They'll mess something up.
I feel it best to temper my expectations.
I have a sneaky feeling it'll launch without the creator.
Yeah.
And I don't
Like-
think the creator as we know it will be in the new version. I think it will be closer to the one for Fortnite,
Yeah.
which is basically a full development environment. Theirs is a full development environment based on Unreal Engine.
I mean, if that's the case, that's cool.
Mhm.
I just need control. Like, the thing for me that does it is I can place props exactly where I need them to be. That's
Yeah.
really...
And they've gotten
That's
better
the
with that.
extent.
They've definitely improved that
Yeah.
those mechanics with the memory on a prop that's been placed manually and stacking
Yeah.
them.
It's like they've had all these functions in the game at some point in the creator, you know, like the functionality, but like something's always been broken. And I really feel like they've got it in a good spot right now. And I really enjoy it. And you know, if we can do like vectors and like texture mapping based on, I don't know how to do a lot of game development, so I don't know what I'm talking about, but like I see what's possible, and it
Just
would be
software
really
to make
neat.
software.
Yeah.
By the way, if I
It's
ever
like-
say I'm going to pick the Monroe again, just remind me of this race. Sorry.
I mean, the Monroe, it's not. Yeah. It's not great.
No. I'm finding that.
I was gonna pick it too.
I've only got it
And then I
because I've
rolled a
got an Italian job garage with the red, white and blue minis, the Monroe, the Aston, and my best attempt at a police bike. Oh, about to be lapped, that's good.
Yeah,
There's a
I have
bird.
one just because. Gotta fill that Lamborghini garage. Oh,
Well, Metal and I are rocking the Lotus.
the
Oh, the Ardent.
Yeah.
Mm.
Which is nice that they finally added it in the regular vehicle.
They do that.
That's got to be one of the best replicas. It's almost perfect.
The engine sound too, yeah. It's pretty close. The kind of tinny whine that the Lotus has. Not a real torque heavy, you know.
Yeah, it's a tinny whine because something's probably about to break. You know what
The
Lotus?
electrical.
You know what Lotus stands for in the UK? You never
No.
heard that one?
fix it again, Tony.
No, that's Ford. Fix or repair daily. Lotus is
Fiat.
lots of trouble, usually serious.
Lots of trouble, usually serious. Yeah, no, I just watched that King of the Hill episode yesterday.
When is
Talking
that
about
coming
Ford.
back with YouTube?
Is it coming back?
Yeah, there's like Bobby's old now and stuff.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah,
With Mike Judge at the helm? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think Hank's like retired and stuff. Yeah, maybe it's coming out later this year. I don't know if it's coming out in streaming or what.
Yeah, I love King of the Hill. It's the perfect satire of the American South.
For people really passionate about their propane.
No.
I think they're more passionate about their charcoal briquettes.
Yeah, probably. They're smokers and they're...
Fancy barbecues that are like larger than some people's apartments in China or Japan.
And this steaks that you see these cooking videos from, like I say, from the south, and they'll pull out. They'll say, "Oh, we're going to do this with this piece of brisket. I've got a lovely piece of brisket." And they open this bag and there's like half a cow. It's like more than we would have in the entire supermarket, and they just throw this half a cow on and say, right, you just need to leave it in there for 12 hours. Like this. Yeah, that
sounds about right.
That's not what my barbecues are like. 3 sausages and a chicken leg.
I like trying to pass people without slipstream. Just the straight up drag.
You're definitely going to get the opportunity to do that to me soon, as you lap me. Oh
Yeah.
no, you
When I lived in,
Sorry, go on.
I used to live in Portland in between 4-year colleges. And I used to go to this one club downtown in Portland. It was like 3 levels. And the middle level was all of the cross-dressers. And that's where it was most interesting. Everyone's mixed together.
Interesting. Yeah, the West Coast nightlife scene, it's so different. The West Coast is very different from Texas. I'm just not used to it. What's that metal?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's a little bit raised right there. Yeah, that's a little bit of a hitbox, I think, right here.
Oh, I didn't get hit or anything, or I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of a rock star hitbox there happening.
But did I touch the wall? It looked like I didn't touch it, so I mean, it was weird.
No, you didn't, because the hitbox extends like a tire's width out on that prop. I never noticed that before. I don't
Which
really
prop?
use it.
It looks like it didn't even move.
The big 180 tall that's sunk down on turn 5. If you cut the inside a little bit, it's on the outside of the curve where the hitbox is, but if you cut it a little bit too inside, you might catch something.
I didn't think. Oh, that's weird. I didn't think those pieces had a hitbox like that.
I mean, I didn't either. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it looked like I didn't even touch it, so.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I don't make the hitboxes. I can only use the right prop for the right curve and situation. No, I just went right through a bird. Ghost bird.
Bobby over here.
Well, I know the straight pieces don't have them. I fucking use those as walls.
Yeah. Some of those props where that one chicane, the large chicane, has like a dip in the middle of it or something like that. Like, some of these props they have not, like they had an opportunity for the PS5 version to fix some of these issues, but they didn't put any time into it.
Yeah. It's weird how they're constructed like that. Like, there's so many. It's like, you know, a 6-sided polygon, but like the surfaces are comprised of like 4,700 irregularly placed different polygons. Like, why do they do that? Is that optimal?
I don't know. Maybe there's some reason within geometry for that.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or it's like a
the
vector based.
limitation of the program.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just software to make software. Nobody's making custom code for games out there. Definitely the guys who make the engines, and they only bring those out every like decade.
Yeah, if I remember rightly, the last people to try that were Atari, and it basically finished the company.
Because it's too expensive. Economies of scale.
It was the Jaguar. If I remember right, it was the Jaguar Atari Jaguar. It's the best console by far. It's so much better than anything anyone else was making. But it was so difficult to make games for it that no one made any. So it just died.
Well, I think the industry has matured such that you don't have to make stuff yourself. There's already third-party companies making intermediary bits for you to program with.
Yeah. Good point.
Unreal Engine is the perfect example. It's so easy. You can there's so much stuff that's built in, just like, you know, walking mechanics and combat mechanics. You can start with it however you want.
Yeah. I suppose a bad hitbox is a good thing because it keeps people off the wall and off the curb.
It'll take more than that
Because
to
of-
keep me off.
Because of fear.
Yeah,
She just,
I don't mind it. Yeah, like, if we're building tracks where we've taken the time to clearly define the track limits with, like, you know, lines and stuff, and you go outside them and you run into a wall and you crash, like, that's on you. That's not on me as a creator. Like, I don't have to protect you because you went off track. Stay on track.
Or you're relying on the wall to keep you on the track.
Yeah.
Ongoing thing. They have to be perfect walls.
Yeah. I can only use these 3 props because they're the only ones that Rockstar actually mapped the collision detection correctly for.
Yeah, especially changing Flambro. That was really annoying because those barrier props, whatever, they are the perfect curvature for what the real one looked like. So I mean, pit entrance thing. Oh no.
Yeah,
Bad
the
hit
pit
box.
is probably not one of the more important things, you know. The whole track is. The pit's like, you know, nice to have.
Oh, it was funny. There was some YouTube video of Chastain doing that at Martinsville in real life, but then I left the comment. You know, in the GTA 5 community, in little niche NASCAR communities, people rely on that every fucking Sunday. And you should have seen all like the fucking responses I got, man. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, because they got a boost. They got to get a boost off the wall.
Yeah, like when.
You know, cheating is a learned behavior.
Or
Is
taking
it?
checkpoints so I can drive across the grass in the pit road instead of the arrow of the pit road.
Not for the
You don't
first guy
think
who
cheating
learned.
is like an evolutionary, like,
I don't know, I
behavior,
think-
like a mutation?
People learn that, you know, they learn the limitations and they learn how to exploit things, and then they, you know, exploit away.
Because
Other
I was
things are
watching,
expanded.
I think it was, what, Planet Earth 2?
Ooh,
And they were
sorry.
talking about the evolution of, like, this species of, like, seabird. And they were, maybe it was dinosaurs. I'm not entirely sure what I was watching, but they were talking about, like, big, strong males and then, like, sneaky males that would, like, sneak their fertilization process into the nests when, like, the big, successful males weren't looking.
Are these penguins?
No, they were, like, they were birds. They could fly.
Sounds like
Area.
a penguin. would
You
do
know,
too, though.
for fuck's sakes, man, I've seen this track before. I can't. I think I'm pretty sure, or haven't I?
I don't know.
Have you?
Oh,
No, this track was just in the hangar only, so never mind. I was thinking of something else, I think.
I have one in the hangar. And I mean, there's a lot of people I think who built the go-kart track here. A couple of them.
Yeah. This is just Hippie's version here. We're getting closer to figuring out, like, the mechanisms for getting tracks in
Ooh,
and
sorry.
how to select custom
Chad,
tracks and all
what
that.
is this, hockey?
Yeah, this is a go-kart race. This is the fun race. We're all drunk at this point.
On Brucky before, I don't know. It's looked familiar.
Like, we've been at the track all day. Now we're on the way back to the multifunction, adult-themed
How about
entertainment complex.
you go into first-person view if you're wearing a helmet? There's like a little screen that can pop up on your helmet that shows you your rear view without having to look back. Like a little pop-up screen in your visor of the rear view. Oh, that'd
Do you
be
have
so
one of
awesome.
these?
No, I'm like just spitballing like that. That'd be awesome to have. Like, if they added
No,
something
you're-
like that. That'd be so cool.
I'm with you, actually. Because I can't see well. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
It's alright. It's only a matter
You'd
of time
only
before
get
I
it.
do it to you.
I guess
run
you
into
could have it in
stuff.
first person, and
And it would be
You
cool
like
to
that?
have like an actual helmet with like a rear view mirror, like a rear view camera, you know?
I mean, they probably put that camera view, like a heads-up display, on the top, like left or right of the screen, you know, like opposite of the mini map or something. I don't know. I'm in first person. I don't know if I'm cutting you off here. Going into each turn.
Oh, crap.
Oh, I let off the gas there. You really have to let off the gas when you run into someone in these go-karts, otherwise you kind of, one person will wreck and one person will be fine.
I'm going to try
Yeah.
first person. On the subject of customization, do you guys remember Midtown Madness?
Midnight Madness?
Midtown Madness.
No.
Chap in the chat says we were talking about customization. He used to make mods for the cars in that. It's quite a while ago, so he was limited to 800 polys per car. Oh, there's a corner there. And bearing in mind that some of these props have probably might have 2,000 polys on them. So I'm just trying to imagine what it's like to do a modification with so little to work with. Oh my god.
Yeah.
What the hell
The
am I doing?
Hot Wheels Unleashed was the free game a couple months ago, and they have like a livery editor. You get like 3,000 polygons to like make your liveries with. Can't imagine only having like 800. There's no way.
I came up behind you for the overtake right when you stopped being, where was it from?
I don't think I got that one. I played the first one, it was alright. But it's been all about Robocop this week for me. Just wanted to fight Ed 209.
Is that free?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's this month's
Okay, I gotta add that.
Yeah, so as games go, it's not brilliant. But if you love the films, you love the game.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because all the noises are right, like the thud when he walks, and when you get some upgrades, that daft gun he's got sounds right, and you get to scrap with Ed 209 a few times, which is kind of cool.
Nice.
That's exactly what you want to play that game for.
Exactly. I wanted to control Ed 209 though. I wanted to have Ed 209 for a bit, so. But no.
You know what game used to have a robust creator mode? The Far Cry game series.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
never
but
even knew
nobody
that.
ever played their multiplayer because they didn't really do it very good. But they had this really robust creator mode. They got rid of multiplayer. Far Cry did, and they just decided to focus on the single player game because that was their core strength. But yeah, like foliage, like full on, like almost PC like amount of like features in a console creator mode.
That's cool.
It's a shame it never caught on, you know. It got, kind of ignored.
Warcraft 3 had a map editor that I think if more companies did stuff like that, I probably would have ended up in a software development role or something had I learned more about it. But after Warcraft 3, I never found another game that had like that level of customization. And I'm sure they're out there. If people are listening to me talk right now, they're probably like, "Oh, this guy." Yeah, no, I know, man. I don't know, but it was really cool. You could like code units to do things like they were Boolean compared to like you could actually model their behavior. Yeah, like it was so cool. It was just so cool.
I mean, it's probably mostly all pre-canned, but at least they give you robust options.
Yeah.
That's kind of where you are in Roblox and Fortnite. You've got a full development engine.
It sounds
there.
wonderful.
But it does change the skill level though, so it massively reduces the number of people who can do it. Because you need to understand coding and object-oriented design before you can even start. But it means you get better stuff. If we had that, we'd have the Michael DLC.
These It'd be nice if there was a boost mechanic on these go-karts, and you know, the driving with them, it's like momentum. It seems like your speed is like momentum based. It feels like at times with these go-karts.
Yeah.
Yeah, in real life go-karts, you always cheese it by keeping your foot on the accelerator while you're braking.
I mean, in the competitive competitive race DLC, you could have like NASCAR, open wheel, go-kart tracks. You know, it could really add a whole new set of like, you know, play features, and revitalize stuff.
There's still quite a few people racing as well. It's just, I guess, people seem to focus on the stunt races. Every race in a public lobby is a stunt race.
Yeah.
And the fun,
Yeah, it's...
but I wouldn't want to sit and do it for, you know, an hour and a half, 2 hours like we do this.
Yeah, it's it's a specific kind of, it's because I do a lot of those lists and I'm thinking about it, and it's very Twitch based. It's like first person shooter, you know, like you see where you're supposed to be, you adjust your inputs accordingly, and you do that real quick, real fast. And like, to me, that's what like playlist racing is all about. It's just that very like Twitch movement kind of, you know, reaction time basically.
I know exactly what you mean, like building in Fortnite. Where you,
So do I need like an energy drink for that?
Well, I think you need arthritis as well, because you need to be able to contort your hand in the most weird and wonderful ways to be able to press the wrong buttons at the right time.
But yeah, very few people are interested in like going OCD for 15 minutes and trying to figure out the best line and then doing it over and over again and getting it perfect and then doing that better than
Yeah, they want
else.
something easy.
Yeah.
They don't want that
It's just
learning curve.
It's a different area of the brain, I think, that just is triggered by different styles of racing. And, you know, I'm happy to make tracks if I can for that type of racer, but I just I'm not really great at it, so I don't understand it, so I don't feel like I'm, you know, kind of the best. That's why we're over here doing what we're doing, you know.
You probably don't
old
have
man
your
style.
dopamine receptors, you know, tuned up right, like the millennials. The younger.
Yeah, my subscription expired.
Oh. How did I manage to find the water from there? So yeah, I think that worked all right. I think, do you know what? I kind of feel like it. Oh, why am I upside down? I feel like it could have had another one actually. Originally,
You think so?
Yeah, originally I thought a slightly shorter playlist would be a good idea, but it felt a touch short.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, so that was... When did we launch? We launched right at 3 our time, and it's 4:11 now. So yeah, that was about an hour and 10 minutes. Yeah, if we had another one, and you know, we're also assuming that we're gonna add stuff at the beginning in terms of lobby events, and might stretch it out, it'd put us about an hour and a half.
Yeah, that feels about right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was trying to parachute down and watch the helicopter crash that I jumped out of. But I smacked into like a concrete wall parachuting down. Oh,
Yeah.
The cops didn't like that.
So, in terms of, like,
Morse Mutual Insurance. How can we help? I'll do my best.
do we want... Okay, so that was 6 races. That would be 7. With one that's like motor themed, not serious. Basically go-karts or something weird, right? So
Yeah, or
that's
the
6.
transform races as well, I think work quite well for that.
For like the happy fun. I'm wondering if we can take transform races like serious. If we get in there
you
and
can do
actually
a random.
balance. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm working on. One of my tracks. That's what
Oh,
I
yeah?
want my Grotti test track to be. Is a random transform.
I like
Yeah.
So you race all the different Grottis. It's kind of limited. There's no Grotti boats that you can choose from. Like if you do like a random transform, which kind of sucks. Because some of the best boats are Grotti boats.
So
so gone.
no. Go ahead. I'm just spitballing.
I was just thinking, so I know Pegassi and Lampadati have boats as well, so if they're all, from the car perspective, they're all quite similar, so they would sit reasonably well together, and that gives you a boat option as well, doesn't it? So I think the luxury one that you get with the yacht is a Lampadati. I think.
Yeah, I think it is.
Ow.
A Toro.
That's the one.
I'm trying to run away from the cops in the slowest car.
Yeah, and I may be thinking too hard about it in terms of like categorization and and sort of auto balancing. I'm trying to, write a spreadsheet that just sort of helps build it, but it's entirely unnecessary. I don't need I don't need that level of functionality for a dang spreadsheet. So yeah.
Do you know what? Sorry, just bear with me. I'll give up on this car. Let me just go away. Horrific. Right, there you go. Sorry, carry on. I just had to blow my car up because I hate it.
No, it's okay. I'm just thinking in real time about classifications, granularity, and all that. Transforms. So, I think transform for the purposes of classification should refer to transform races where the race is balanced amongst the cars that are offered on the transform list on a semi-serious track. I don't think it necessarily needs to be. Maybe it does. Maybe it's a higher level of granularity.
I like the transforms where it chooses from sensible cars. It's these ones where you suddenly find yourself in the bloody, what's it called, Chernobog, halfway through.
Yeah, I know. And I don't necessarily want to like limit that, but then again, for like the fun job, if we're all deciding like what is a fun job, do any of us agree that those ridiculous random all transforms where you could be a dump truck, are those fun? I don't think so.
Only if it's a banger.
Yeah, and even then, I think it needs to be done well. I've played so many of these things. They've been released, so many of them. Everybody's got them, and nobody takes the time to balance anything and make sure that car choices are appropriate. But anyway, I'm just griping, I think, at this point. I think I will add that as a class of race, and hopefully this week I'll at least have something visually better that I can show as an example of what I'm kind of thinking would be a good way to go about it, so nobody really has to do any work beyond just creating the track and then getting together on Thursday.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So. Oh my God! What is wrong with me?
What did you do?
Everything. I'm just appalling today.
Tell that to the magistrate.
So, nice one, guys. I'm just going to say goodbye to the stream, and
Bye.
then I will sign off. But yeah, same time next week. Good job. I think nice set of tracks, some good races there. Well,
Yeah. Always fun.
From what I could see from the back, obviously, I didn't get to see
Yeah,
anything that was happening anywhere
Less
near
chaos
the front
too.
at any
You
point.
seem more organized.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yes, we're definitely getting there. We were on time, We
Yeah.
were so on time that someone thought we were late.
That's funny to me.
I was late.
Nah, we'll get better. Oh no, did I lose my...
Are you getting in or not? Getting in. Alright, getting this one there.
Try and find stuff on the mini map if you don't have no mini map turned off.
Right, 2 seconds.
Good luck.
Find the right button. Cool, awesome. There we go. Yeah, good night, mate. Thanks for joining. We were so we were 10:30 at our time, which I gather is 2:30 where you are over there. So we were actually on time. So that was the issue. We're slowly getting organised. So yeah, hopefully you'll manage to join next week. It was a shorter list this week. We're basically playing with the length of the list to try and get it to what we think's most people are kind of interested in. So I think it was a touch short tonight. So we'll probably put a couple more in next time. But yeah, thanks for joining. Thanks for chatting. I'm so chuffed you managed to get on every week. And yeah, I'll go dive in. I've watched your latest 2, but I need to go and drop some comments in there, and I will see you next time, sir. So it's 5:30 now. So yeah, that feels about right. So yeah, thanks for jumping in. Good night. Have a good one. Look forward to seeing what's happening on your little desert island. I haven't been anywhere near that for far too long. So that's definitely something I need to get back into. As I say, it's all been about RoboCop this week. That's the free game from PS Plus, so that's all I've been doing. So yeah. Oh, so you must be right. You must be on the other coast then, because the guys. So the guys I was with said they started at 2:30. So you're 2 hours to the good then, aren't you? You're 2 hours the other way. So I'm guessing they are east and you're west, or they're west and you're east. Possibly. Showing my geographical knowledge now. Maine. So that is northwest, I'm thinking. I'll be quite impressed if I've got that right, actually. So I know one of those guys is California. It's such a big place, it's difficult to kind of get your head around how big it actually is. Your state is probably a similar size to the whole country that I live in. Right on the Atlantic. Yeah, that's right then. Northeast, so yeah. Canada's 2 hours. Oof. Yeah, that is right up there. Canada's only 2 hours away. I'm like, that's 2 hours from me. Oh god, probably nowhere interesting. Manchester's about 2 hours from me. It's about 2 hours west. Get my assistant and get that car back.
Sorry, I'm on the other line or tied up in a meeting.
You see, that's bizarre because I would have thought Maine was really close to Boston. So the fact that Boston is still 6 hours away is enormous. But then again, I remember being in Florida and we were in just outside of Orlando, you know, doing the touristy stuff. And we looked at whether it was worth, you know, a day trip down to Miami, and that was sort of 4 hours in each direction, which just mind-boggling how far away some of these places are. I kind of see why you fly everywhere. That's strange, what's happened there?
Why do you even exist?
Yeah, I've heard that. I've got a friend out in Australia, and they say the same thing. So he used to live in Tasmania, now he's on the mainland, and he said they judge everything by distance because I think he said his nearest decent-sized supermarket is about 2 hours away.
Well, Dios
Because everything is just so goddamn far. It's quite difficult to kind of comprehend how big these places are. We don't have much need because I'll be honest, 7 hours in any direction, then you're at the coast, pretty much. A little bit further to the top of Scotland, but yeah, if you go, I mean, I where I actually live, we're pretty much in the centre of the country, and I can be at the sea in 45 minutes.
Of course not. I'm just so sick of that whole bullshit scene. There's nothing fresh or honest in it anymore.
Totally come over and try
Yeah,
it
that's a
out.
long way for a hospital.
I'm taking
Wow,
time to really
45.
discover truth.
So
You'll
we're
definitely write a badass t-shirt.
What are we? We're about 10 minutes away,
That
10,
would be
15
so
minutes
fucking
away from the
amazing.
hospital here.
See you soon.
And actually, that's just the main one. There are about 3 within. In fact, no, there are 4 major hospitals within half an hour. That's probably why the NHS costs so much to run. But it is nice that when you walk out of them,
Do you want
you
to
walk
take a
out
little
without a
longer?
bill.
Cocksucker.
Oh, now you've got me jealous. You actually live. You actually have a sea view. That's amazing.
I gotta post this
That's
online.
I've promised myself that in retirement that we'll go and live somewhere by the sea. But we've spent that much on this house, whether it'll actually happen, I don't know. Maybe global warming will intervene and this will become a seaside town. It could well do the way we're going. So yeah, we're probably the same. We're about 25 minutes from Sheffield, 35 minutes from Leeds, just under 2 hours from Manchester. You'll be at London in 3 hours. To drive to London is about 3.5 hours. So it's easily doable for, for day trips, shopping, shows, that kind of thing. A lot of people think you have to stay home and spend a fortune, but it's so easy to get there. You can be there on a train in an hour and a half. Never not lived next to the ocean. Wow, that's amazing. the seaside towns over here are a bit different. They're not even slightly glamorous, but then again, is that the case all over the place, all over the world? So I've got to admit, I remember going to Clearwater, which is sort of like a seaside town, and that was and that had a similar sort of vibe to a lot of our local seaside towns. And yeah, you're right, it does take, it takes you as long to get across London as it does to get to it. Yeah, we're not very good at weather. We're not very good at planning for weather. It's everything. Wrong type of rain, wrong type of snow, leaves on the line is a genuine thing. That is a thing that trains do get delayed for. It's like they build these railways through forests and then have to stop the trains because there are leaves on the line. Oh, that's great.
You look great. Just perfect.
Do we have ourselves an arsehole? Let's have a look. Guarantee you're going to come peeping across that. And then you try trains on the continent. Trains on the continent are incredible. I spent a lot of time in Switzerland, and if you are waiting for the 301 train, you can absolutely guarantee that it will come round the corner at 3 o'clock and it will pull to a halt right in front of you. And it'll pull to a halt right in front of you at exactly 3:01. Right, let me just leave him a little present. Because I know he's coming.
Isn't this great? Oh my god! Christ alive!
I'm going to hide up here.
Let's go! What the hell? What an idiot! On my command!
Go on, spawn in. Go and get your Deluxo. Oh, Kel, I didn't notice you'd joined. We're just having a little bit of a play. Go and get your Deluxo. Get in your Deluxo. You know you want it. There you go.
No, please, no!
How it's great. You've we just finished the stream actually. We did a bit of a shorter one, and when we did not start early, Mr. Caesar, we started on time. It's just that we haven't yet conditioned our viewers that starting on time is something that can happen. Oh, do you know what? I'm just gonna kill myself. So I want rid of those cops. Yeah, no, like I say, I'm only I've stayed on because we're just having a bit of a chat. Hey up, Deadman, how are you doing? How are you doing? It seems my post stream is more popular than my actual stream. Yeah, I thought I'd sorted the monetising out last week. I didn't realise it hadn't actually worked. Why have my key mappings changed? Why am I running with X instead of... In fact, shall I go and do something while we're just chatting? What shall I do while we're chatting? What do we think? Is this session quite... Oh, it's quite a small one. Shall I go and get a... shall I go and get a more vibrant session and try some... and try some MC sales. See if I can get the mail vans and actually do it in a full session. Let's give that a bash. No, oh, we're not gossips. No, we don't. Well, not much. Not much. Right, let's find a new public session that's actually got some people in it. Yeah, no, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. We keep threatening to get on and do a race together because we almost had a race. It's quite difficult to race with a 12-hour time gap, but we had a sort of time delayed race with the Stinger. That's got to be about a year ago now, actually. But yeah, I'll tell you. Interestingly, the setup I've currently got. I actually stream from the PC. I do it with remote play, so I set remote play going on the PC. Then I connect the controller into the computer and stream it through there. That way I can stream through OBS. But that all means I can schedule it, set it all up in advance, and then when I'm ready to go I just click start and it all just kind of works. Right? And yeah, you're absolutely right. Anyone that does stuff that I like, any chance I get, I mention it. There are plenty of viewers out there for all of us, so a small group of us pushing each other's stuff is always going to be, it's always going to work better for all of us. Let's take the pyro, see what this session's like. Oh, 27, that's better. Can I get... Let's have a look. Shall we do this then? Let's do I'm going to get shot down already, aren't I? Yeah, no, you're right. The sub count doesn't matter. If someone's doing good stuff and we can say anything about it, then yeah, absolutely should. Absolutely should. Because it's so random, I think. Say the people on PlayStation, yeah. It's so random how you get mentioned in people's feeds. Right, where am I? I need to find. No, let me get a flag. Right, what should we sell? Let's have a look. Let's go. That's right. That looks quite busy. That could be. Yeah, they're scrapping. So, in fact, I think I need to retire. Don't I? Let's retire. And then I'll be able to see where exactly everything is. So I'm not going there because they're already scrapping. So let's do money. So very often, let's see what we can do. definitely not selling documents. Do you know, I actually quite enjoy that new DLC. But I know what you mean. The first time through, it's a bit of a nightmare. There we go. Perfect landing. Right, where's my thingy? Let's get back out first person. Helpful or fun, I would say. Your stuff's just funny. I like the variety as well. I know it's difficult to make. I didn't realise, because I know you mentioned. It might have been last week. You mentioned you were just working on the Stranded Deep video. When I was doing the stream, and I thought your schedule is properly organised. Do you know what days you're doing things on and what days you're editing? With me, it's just every week I'll have a look. Are there any cars that I think are interesting? And if there are, then I'll do some reviews on those. But I should be more organised. But unfortunately, I'm not. Yes, I've heard about that. Do you know what? It's not even a glitch. It's just the way it works, isn't it? Yeah, I keep meaning to try that. Oh, I thought you could actually select it when you went up to the register as a boss. Oh, you are joking. I can't get as an MC president now. So now I need to wait. How many people are there? 30. So I need someone to leave. I need someone to leave for me. Because there's no point doing this if there's no risk. Right, let's have a look. Register as a boss. Awesome. There we go. Got one. President of Sons of Apathy. Oh, that's a really good idea, actually, that. The 10 GTA cars you would actually want in real life. Right, what am I going to get? What am I going to get? I'm going to say boats. It's going to be boats. It's boats. Right, so let's get my Sparrow. By the way, tip by the way for this, I don't run these businesses. What I do is every time I'm on, I will rob the stash house, and I just basically do it, and I'm basically happy with whatever I get. And then every couple of weeks I'll just go and have a look at what I've got, and go out and sell it in public, because I've not put any effort into doing it, so might as well. Might as well do it in public, and if it works then you get a decent payout. If it don't work, you've lost nothing. Yeah, so obviously for me, Mini, definitely the Pantera, definitely the Mark 1 Escort, probably the Diablo. I would say one of the Koenigsegg's as well. What else? The Cosy, definitely the Cosy, and the Mercedes Cosy as well. Ten slowest cars not to buy. Yeah, do you know what? That's a good idea. The one I want to do, that I really should have done for you PC guys a little while ago, was where to spend your HSW money, which HSW cars to buy and which to ignore. So I probably will still do that. Where are these boats? Oh, they're the other side of this. Come on, come on. The car, it's an absolute must. There is no amount of money, or of my GTA money, should we say, that I would not give to have the Lotus Carlton. Absolutely. Yeah, and do you know what? I'd agree with that. I think it's all fair. There's hardly anything you can do that no one has done before. So there's always going to be crossover. They're always going to do the same thing sometimes. Yeah, and I was kind of hoping for the, and I know this is a daft thing, I was kind of hoping for the post-op bands, because that would have actually been more interesting to watch, because there's a bit of a danger there. In this, it's more than likely it's just going to work. Stop jumping, silly boat. Hey, no problem, no problem. While other people want to chat, I was just thinking I don't want you to just sit there looking at a blank screen, so I'll just fire something up and we can just chat for a bit. The racing was quiet, and the only thing that I am slightly, it is a shame that you did miss it, because my racing was spectacular. It was a masterclass. It was a masterclass of skill. You know, there were people in tears with the level of skill. Just, you know, big strong men with tears in their eyes, because they've never seen anything this good. And unfortunately, you missed that, and it might not come across that way in the edited version, but it's important that you know that that's exactly what happened. Cool. No, thanks for jumping in, Dead Man. Really appreciate that. It's always good to see you on. And we do need to get in touch, see if we can sort out either running one of these lists or even just us two having a race. It's way overdue. Where do I need to put this boat? Not up there. I need to be somewhere where I'm going to be able to spawn the helicopter. I'm going to go over here. Yeah, and I know exactly which one you're on about, Digby. 40RA. 40RA, the famous Carlton.
The fuck?
It spent more time being stolen than it spent with its owner. Oh, thank you, Kel. You really didn't have to. That's awesome. You didn't have to. Honestly, I'm happy just chilling with you guys. Appreciate it. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, just before you go then, Deadman. So, what time exactly is it where you are now? So, yeah. The thing is, you're at work, aren't you? So I think instead of me staying up late, I think to make it work, I'm going to have to get up early, aren't I? I think that'd be better. I think if I was up probably sort of 6, 7 in the morning, that's probably going to be your evening, isn't it? AM, yeah. Oh, I've gone past my boats. This is the problem. This is the problem with my current level of multitasking. It's shocking. I've just driven straight past my boats. Right, let's that back. Let's get this boat. No, and then Kel, I do a... Oh, so, upside down. 9 PM Sydney time. So, if it's 9:45 there, that's exactly 12 hours from now, Wellington, basically. So, that's about 2 in the afternoon then, isn't it? No. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh, that's very doable, especially at the weekend. I've driven past my checkpoint. You see, this is why I don't do very well in races. There we go. And yeah, so where I am, it's what time is it now? It's 10 to 1 in the morning. So I don't know what I should be saying. Good morning, good evening, good night. Okay, so I think there's something there, probably more like a little weekend, but I have got some time off, so we'll sort that. I'll aim for then probably 1-2 o'clock, maybe on a Saturday or Sunday, and yeah, we should be able to make that work. We can. I'll get a playlist together, but I think we do the lap of the map, probably in the stinger, and then a bit of a playlist. And if any of your guys, if you fancy a stream, if any of your guys want to jump on, that could make it kind of cool. And I wouldn't exactly say I'm reading and driving. I've missed both my boats and the checkpoint in a public session cell mission, so I'm not making my life easy here, am I? Oh, Sunday's no good for Saturday. There. Okay, cool. Right, well, we'll see if we can sort something for a Saturday then. And if you like it and if it works, then you can run. We can kind of, if it works for your people, for your followers, as it were, and we can copy you in on the playlist, and you can run the playlists at Aussie time for your followers. If that's the sort of stuff they like to see, but we're just kind of playing it by ear, seeing what people fancy. Oh, that nearly worked. I think. Where's the ladder? There, ladder. Go on, get up. By the way, do you like my new outfit? I think it makes me look hot. I know that feeling exactly. On the subject of messing recordings up, so I bought this mic. This one I'm using now. It's Razer Siren. It's really good. And then I moved my desk around, and what I didn't notice is my arm, because I have my microphone sat in an arm, moved it to the other side of the desk. I didn't notice I put it on the other way around, so it was back to front, and because it's is it corticoid light? They're directional, so you have to talk in front of them. So I spent 6 months talking into the arse end of my microphone, which meant I basically had to have it in my mouth for every recording I did. Arena... Oh, right. Do you know what? I could go for Arena Wars. I've never really done it, just because you can never fill a match. So I've tried it, but it's one of those things that looks like it should be fun, but I think you need a group of people that want to do it and a group of people that you know. Pineapple drink, go for a pina colada. Everyone needs more pina coladas in their life. I can't believe I've not had a sniff of trouble in this. Not a sniff. Yeah, no, you're right, Kelly. It's one of those. It should be fun, but it just didn't gel with people. So whenever you go, you just can't get a race. It's such a shame you guys are on PC, because I think between us, we could do some of this stuff. It'd be a really good crew for the original heist as well. Actually, because I do love the original heist, but they're painful with randoms. Absolutely painful. That might actually be a good video idea. Thinking about it, getting through the original heists with randoms, because they're on offer this week. That's an interesting one. Mega plate. I love my Muppet plate. I just love that on everything. Oh yes, it's very easy to tire of adulting. I'm lucky I've got some time off this week. I have not had anywhere near enough time off this year. Luckily, where I work they're quite good, and they've let me carry quite a lot of days over, because I basically didn't use any of them. So I was trying to take them all through March and April, so get a load of stuff done in the house. Blue raspberry vodka. Ooh, nice. I got the last of my Hazy Jane on the go. Brewdog Hazy Jane. Really, really nice. Oh. Yeah, that happens a lot. That does happen a lot. Although, I've got to admit, maybe it's better on the console, but I have met a good few people by, helping out with heists and with that kind of stuff. So there are people out there. Well, that was much less eventful than I thought it would be. I need to disband immediately. Come on, disband. Let me disband. Nearly worked. Let's get rid of that. Oh, I'm stuck. I appear to be stuck. Definitely stuck. Come on, I need to disband my motorcycle club, or I'm going to get... There we go. We get raided. There we go. Whew. That was lucky. Oh, right. This is another video I'm going to get back to. So over the last 6 months, I have tried about 4 or 5 times to do a video where I go from the top of the map all the way to the bottom on the oppressor map 1 without touching the ground at any point. And I'm yet to manage it. Ow. I absolutely love that episode, Digby. That's one of my favourite episodes. Why has Trackhawk 755p sent a strike team to attack me? That seems like an idea of questionable merit. Who is he? I think I might need to pay Trackhawk 755p a visit. Yeah, I will see you shortly. I'll still be on. I will still be on. I'm probably still messing around on this. Missed that. Right, so where's Mr. Trackhawk? Oops. That didn't work. No, I'd agree. It's the first one was different. It was kind of a softer style, but yeah, I think 3, 4, 5, 6 definitely. He definitely died off a bit after then as well, which was a bit of a shame.
You're gonna cause a traffic accident looking like that.
Can I get my personal video? Still too close. Still too close. Yes. Quarantine is a good one. I'm sitting here, wearing a gingham dress and army boots, and you think there's nothing amiss? Can I get my vehicle yet? Yes, I can. Right, so, where is... Trackhawk 722? And why the bugger in hell are you sending a strike team to attack me? Oh, you're there. Oh, you're in passive as well. You absolute melt. How lame is that? How lame is it? In fact, I actually think if you're going passive, it cancels it. Should we go and have a look, see what these tanks are doing? I didn't know that, but it doesn't surprise me because I think I have seen him in musicals before. But on the subject, did you know what Craig Charles lists his occupation as? I remember those days. I quit a long time ago, but oh, what's happening here? I didn't mean to do that. I would happily do some duo content with you. My only issue is I'm on console and I don't know. Mind you, actually, I'm only thinking GTA there, aren't I? I wonder if we actually have any games that are cross-platform where we could do something like that. I know Stranded Deep has a I missed it again. Another tree. Stranded Deep has a co-op mode. I don't know whether that is cross-platform or not. That's actually definitely worth checking out. I don't suppose you know, do you, Digby, whether the Stranded Deep multiplayer is cross-platform? So if it is, we could do something there. I feel an idea forming. Let's see. Mind you, that said, that said, it might not matter if it isn't, because the reason I do have a PC, I use it for editing, but it really isn't good enough to play most modern games. But it can play some. You know, I can get GTA 4 to run. I've got that you know that mod that they brought out that got banned after a couple of days, with the where they put the Vice City map into the GTA 4 engine. I've got that and that runs. So Stranded Deep would probably run, but it'd be ideal if it is multiplayer. If it is not multiplayer, if it is cross-platform. I've only ever tried to get into it once. There we go. Yeah, even I don't make bathrooms on mine. Even I don't make bathrooms on mine. Actually, do you know what? It's just the three of us, isn't it? So let's jump out of my GTA stream. Let's just land this now. Land this so I don't get. Yeah, do you know what? The strange thing is, from what I've heard, GTA 5 actually runs better on PC than GTA 4. I wasn't in a voice chat, was I? Oh, no, leave. Maybe in a voice chat? Yeah, I don't think that's a computer problem. I think that is a GTA 4 problem. I think it's just not very well optimized. Do you know what? I think you're right. I've not tried The Long Dark. I think I need to catch up on some of those. I've not watched many of those. So, yeah, first of all, I need to watch some of them, but then I think dive in and actually try it as well. So, let's jump into I'll give you a tour of where I'm up to. Now, bearing in mind, I haven't opened this for a little while now. Yes, we'll do a tour. I can't remember where I left it. I think I'm on my home island. I think yeah, there we go. There we go. That's my wake up view, which I think is rather pleasant. So, you might want to look away, Digby. You might want to look away, because you're not going to like what you're about to see. I'm really, really sorry, but... Hi. It's Wally. And I've positioned him that way so he can see... Where's his face gone? His face should be on the other side. Oh no, his face is there. Hello there, sir. How are you? So there's Wally. This was an attempt to get flowers in a vase, but they keep falling out. So we have, what do we have? We have food there for breakfast. There's my bed. We have a little table with it. I've only gone and joined at night, haven't I? So out here we have just a furnace to make it look nice. Got to put it somewhere. And then out here, my little walkway that defies gravity is down to my helipad with my little gyrocopter. So these are my helicopter expedition crates, so when I go out on the helicopter I take those. These are my raft expedition crates. relatively small raft at the moment because I haven't really got into the proper exploration, and that'll be interesting because if I'll show you the map in a minute. That's there waiting to create another plank station because the resources are so rare. You can actually, when you crafting is on full, you can use a plank station to rejuvenate an axe. Oh yeah, do you know what? I thought you'd I forgot to have said that. I thought you'd appreciate my parking there. So yeah, a perfectly sized slot just for my raft to just bip in there, and then I can be straight into my house if I want to be. Various bits and bobs. What have we got? We've got containers full of stuff. That one's got scrap in. Apparently that one has something else in. Okay. Fuel. Is that actually full of? Oh no, these are all parts. Fuel parts. Blah blah blah. Let's have a look. I'm not going swimming because I can hear there's a shark nearby. So here is the fuel station, which for some reason I've left burning, which seems like an idea of questionable merit. Let's fill this fire up. That'll serve me right. You know what, you're probably not wrong. Shall I go and have a look, see what's in the shite? What's in the shite? What is in the shite? Where's my torch? It's over there. Shite is torches, label, no torches, compass, flare gun, and duct tape, even though duct tape's reasonably useful. So what else do we have? We have, very neatly, we have piles of rocks, piles of coconuts, piles of clay, quite a few logs, kind of waiting to be used on whatever the next stage of the build is. Sticks, bit of food waiting for me, leather and hide, palm fronds, meat smoker. Oh, that reminds me, how am I doing? Yeah, I'm alright. Food in there, cloth, and there should be a loom somewhere. Yep, there's a loom there. A couple of water stills. This is potato farming, so we've got, how many have we got ready? 1, PP, 2. Well, they're not ready, I'll pick them later. Bit of fruit. Not quite done as much farming as you have. What do we have over here? Oh, these are yuccas. There's another water thing. And it's just generally, I chose this one because it was quite, I thought it was quite pretty island. You can't really see now, but this bit here was like a big bay. My original plan was to build an indoor swimming pool. So I still might do that actually. Well, to be honest, Kel, there's no right and wrong way to play it. You kind of, yeah, it's kind of whatever works for you. And I love base building. I've got the same in Fallout. I've got a ridiculous. I guess while you're on, I could jump in and show you that. Should we do some Fallout? Let's, but it depends. I don't know where I've put myself in Fallout. Let's have a look. Fallout. There we go. You watch. I'll be right over the other side of the. That's on my external drive, so I'd need to move that across. No, can't do that, unfortunately. I'll move that back on so I can show you that next time. Yeah, you had a lot on the raft when I was when I was there. When I saw the last one, and I'm guessing you're a good few hours further on, so I can't imagine how much there is on there now. In fact, you know what? How long is it actually gonna take to copy Fallout over? Let's have a look. Copy. That's going to be a while. Yeah, I can believe that. The videos I've done where there's hours and hours worth of content that you record and then you end up using 20 seconds of it. I'm gonna pause there on Wally. Look at him. Isn't he lovely? Isn't he lovely? Although before I start mocking, I suppose I should really be checking if you found him yet. Do you know what? I really did enjoy Robocop so much. It's a strange one because in many ways the game is a bit mid, but it's so close to the film that it's brilliant. And what I've found is that if you finish it, you can do the new game plus, and when you've put all the upgrades on your main weapon. So what I'm doing now, I'm doing a playthrough where I don't pick up any weapon at all in the game. So where I've got to at the moment, it's all been just with the Auto 9, and it just sounds perfect.
Another fucking glitch. What a shit show.
Oh,
Everything.
I want to see her. Let me go.
The old man, especially.
What?
I'm a
This-
you, doctor.
If anything goes wrong,
gonna-
just use this reset button.
I'm sorry it has.
oh, right, okay. What do I need to do?
My partner was.
You do. Now
Yes.
My name is Alex Murphy.
that
What am I? I'm part.
I am a cybernetic organism. A few
so we can't, but that's,
perceive.
yes.
This is how I see myself.
Thank you for making this step.
Now that you see me the way I am,
No,
do
it's
you wish
not
to
a
push through?
No,
bad time to
you're not the
mention
only
it
one here with
all.
prosthetics. Sometimes, and it's,
Oh no.
Do you fear malfunctioning machines?
You alright? We're just
I
checking.
fear the unpredictability that machines bring with them. So when I heard there was a chance to contribute to the research on the stability of OCP's mechanical units, I jumped at the opportunity. I hope you don't find it unprofessional. Getting that off my chest made me feel a bit better. How about you check my pulse now?
No,
It has dropped below 120 BPM.
You see, I don't just
child is just
impose
saying goodnight.
things onto my clients. I
Although it is
practice what
rather
I
late.
preach because it seems to work. I think that
It
makes
is
for a
bit
very
late, it
promising
is.
start.
Go on.
Thank you,
Off
Alex Murphy.
No, it's absolutely not a bad time to mention that. It's great. It was. It's a good time to do it as well, because on PlayStation it's the PS this time. So loads of people on console have got this for free now. Oh, shall I put some skills on? What do we think? Let's go. Oh, do you know what? I haven't done anything on psychology. That's very rude of me. Let's have some of that and a bit of combat. And do I have a new board yet? No. Okay, cool. Like I say, I can't really show it because it's going to be half an hour before I can get to something where I can fight. But yeah, when if you finish it, go through it a second time with all the upgrades, it's a completely different thing. Yeah, that is a problem. So many. I mean, look, this is just what I've got on there at the moment. And yeah, when it comes to, you can ignore that hourly count on that. That's just this particular. That's the PS5 remastered version. So what am I? I'm behind you on Stranded Deep, but my figure for GTA is actually almost embarrassing. Yeah, that's too much. Oh, Fallout's ready. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can see the base there. I can't even remember what state I left this in, you know? This is where you find out that it's lost, your save game. Okay. Let's see what that means. As long as that's just taken their skins off, because I think those textures were used on some of the power armor. Oh, so I'm at my main base, which is handy. So here we are, main base. This is the staff quarters.
Now, these old bones just can't keep up.
And then we have a little walkway across to this, which took ages to do, which is my treehouse. That took so long to do because it hates the collisions with the trees. So you kind of have to build it somewhere else on a concrete block and then move it across. And obviously you need, you know, places to sit down and have a look at the view. Not that it's a particularly nice view. So let's see what the textures have done, because I should have a display of power armor suits down here. Yes, there we are. So what's it done? Has it taken all of them? Oh, it's set quite a few of them back, so I think all of these used to be all painted up in different colours, so what it's done is basically reset all of my power armor. Oh, I don't feel so bad now if you're at thousands as well. I feel less bad. Yeah, I figured these will keep people away. Get out of my way, you. But that should scare people away. I think that was the first one, I think these two are the latest, the T60s. Yeah, you're right. Because it's that you have to say it like you actually can't be bothered to say it. Because so what's this? We've got power everywhere. We've got, I don't know what the collective noun is for radioactive water stills, but there we have a diarrhea of radioactive water stills. Interesting fact, Clarkson is actually from the same town as me. So he was born in a place called Tickhill, which is the posh part. And where I live is about 7 or 8 miles away from Tickhill. Yeah, it was Paddington Pear Shop. Was him. That was just on the A1, just up the road. Closed down a few years ago, but yeah, they she didn't.
Hi, how are you?
Didn't write the books, obviously, but she kind of marketed it.
As honest.
Yeah, hi Rocky, how are you doing? The treehouse, honestly, the treehouse was an absolute pain in the arse, and I'm still not happy because you'll know what bit's bugging me. That bit there couldn't get to line up properly, but basically, if I remember rightly, what I had to do is I actually built the treehouse here. So it sat on one concrete foundation there, and then you kind of built it out from the corner and then up. And then what you can do is you can attach it all together, and then I think you move the concrete foundation, and then you can move, in fact no, a couple of concrete foundations to give it some height, and then because the concrete foundations don't clip with the tree, it lets you put the rest of it on top of the tree. You know, it's so long since I went in this, I actually can't remember what all the keys are. Now, let's have a look. Let's fast travel over there. Can't fast travel while jumping or falling. I didn't think I was jumping or falling. So this one's not finished. Again, I try and work with what's there. We've digressed from GTA. I think this is the this is what's missing from GTA. I think base building would be so cool, especially Red Dead. If they'd have included something like this in Red Dead. So this is my red rocket built on top of the. I can't even remember how to jump. How do you jump? How do you jump? Oh, triangle. Do you know what? I don't think I've seen The Unbelievable Truth. Yeah, and I love Red Dead and I love Red Dead Online. The reason Online died is there was just nothing to do, and they had that mission in story mode where you had to build the ranch. They could have built something off of that so that you could kind of go back in and actually start doing some base building in there. They managed to do it in Fallout 76. So why they couldn't do it with this, I have absolutely no idea. So back to Sanctuary. The missed us, Rocky. We were just chatting after the GTA stream and doing a bit of exploring a couple of the bases. So we did Stranded Deep, and we just jumped into Fallout. And I've got to admit, I've not been in Fallout for a good few months now. So I need to get back and do something. That was basically just a pretty functional thing that I put together. But the treehouse, I think I need to do the treehouse again. And what I might do is do another one, because I'm sure there's another tree somewhere within the building bounds that you can do it with, but I can't remember where it is. Or maybe that's somewhere else. Yeah, definitely I'd use it as a David Mitchell fan.
Yes?
Oh yeah, I forgot about this. My little market area.
I knew it would end this way.
All picket fenced with
hoping you
little
would help.
tables. I put far too much effort into this. Why? Yeah.
I should never
Why,
have gotten my hopes up. Yeah? Huh?
Got into moving tables around and creating a little picket fenced market area. I've no idea, but it seemed to make sense to me at the time. And at least you know you're safe with my little power armor guys looking after you. So, on that note, I think I'm going to call it, because it's getting on for 2 o'clock here, so I think it's time to turn in. But thanks so much for jumping on, really appreciate it. It's been and it's been good to stay around after as well. I'll definitely need to do a little bit more of that. I think I had more fun chatting with you afterwards than in the racing, so I'll definitely do that next time, and I'm so glad you all managed to get on. So as ever, thanks so much for joining in. Thanks for the chat. I think I'm going to go and get some well-earned shut-eye. So thanks for that. You take care of yourself, Rocky, and I will. yeah, you did. You first said goodnight about an hour ago. So yeah, good night, everyone. Thanks, Rocky, Digby, Kel, Deadman, if you watch it back on the replay. So thanks. Love you all to bits. Take care. I'll see you in the next one.